For decades, Albert Brigas carried himself with quiet discipline. At 69 years old, the Vietnam veteran still clocked in every morning at Renown Auto Restoration in San Antonio, Texas. He had once worked on aircraft for the Air Force and later on cars in a busy shop. But no matter the setting, his ethic never changed. Arrive early, work hard, and never complain. Even after years of service, Albert postponed retirement. He wanted it badly. Time with his wife Sylvia, more afternoons with his grandchildren. But one thing stood in the way. The last burden of his life was his house. A small mortgage remained, a few $1,000s that forced him to keep working until it was gone. His employer, Rudy Canones, had noticed. Since 2006, when Rudy first opened his shop, Albert had been there. He ran parts, swept floors, handled customers, repaired cars. Even after the business shifted from general auto work to custom restoration, Albert stayed loyal as ever, never late, never cutting corners. One afternoon, Rudy called Albert into his office. The older man braced himself, unsure of what to expect. Instead of talking about the next job or schedule, Rudy asked a strange question. "How would you like to retire early?" Albert laughed it off. How could he? But Rudy pressed. All he needed was the final payoff amount on the mortgage. A week later, Rudy accompanied Albert and Sylvia to the bank. There, he quietly erased the $5,000 balance that had chained his most loyal employee to the grind. When the deed arrived, Albert's long-delayed retirement began. Now, instead of battling bills, he spends his days with grandchildren, finally free. One man's kindness had turned a lifetime of labor into a well-earned season of peace.